right, looks like we're back.
All right, so we got some more casuals here. We got AC1984 jumping in. He has an interesting mix of characters.
Oh, nice.
He loves
you got
that
their name
Kano.
bars plugged in already. How'd you do it so fast?
Oh, it's all built into the software. All right. So, handful of people watching right now, not too many, but nope, does not want to jump in there on Reptile, especially from that half-screen distance. It is begging for an anti-air roundhouse, and when you're at that distance with Reptile, it's force ball land for him right there. You definitely want to follow up with, I mean, either one of the force balls. If you want to keep him down, deal with the fast one. If you want to make him jump, throw the slow one.
It's always nice to have options, isn't it?
It is, yep. And really, it's funny, he has options, but like his goal is to almost play like Dalsim in Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas it's actually sort of like a mix between Guile and Dalsim. Where
I don't know about Dalsim. That's kind of a stretch.
Well, no, because if you jump into Dalsim, oh yeah, well that's a good one. That's a good one. But you're catching that anti-air roundhouse when you're trying to jump over the fireballs, similar to
the Yoga Flames,
yeah,
the Yoga.
Exactly.
Is it Yoga Fire actually?
Well, the Yoga Fire
slow one and the fast one.
Is the regular fireball. The Flame is the stationary.
The one that stays right there. Yes.
So that Reptile match is the closest thing that you can compare it to in the Street Fighter series.
No, I agree. I fully agree.
It's like Dawson. But he also, I mean, he hits so hard. If he gets, I mean, one pop-up is 50% damage.
And not too many characters in Mortal Kombat have that kind of thing where you can adjust the speed of their projectile. Reptile was probably the first one to ever have that. And later on, in Trilogy, they gave that ability to Johnny Cage and to Nightwolf as well.
What do they do with them? Did they get it?
Yeah, they have like a red variant of like
no, that's the, okay, so what they did with the Nightwolf's tackle, they gave him one that goes longer distance and faster.
Yes.
Which is the red tackle, but it's more vulnerable. And similar with Liu Kang with the red or the shadow bicycle.
The bicycle kick, yes, with the shadow.
Yeah.
But also Nightwolf's projectile. If you do it to an opponent who's just been juggled, that arrow comes out a lot faster.
That's also in UMK3. It just doesn't change color. They
made
it change color
right.
to denote the fact that it's being canceled.
Good point.
Or the opponent is in recovery animation.
Yes.
The startup of the move is faster. It doesn't actually move faster on the screen. It appears to. Yeah.
It does appear
It appears to, but it's really just the startup is cut in half.
It's an optical illusion.
It is absolutely an optical. And there's that Kano right there. This is to me, this is a super even matchup. You're going to find that the Reptile players will say that it's Kano's advantage, and the Kano players will say it's Reptile's advantage. But I feel that match is one of the closest, most fun matches in the game.
Sometimes
Kano's jump kick is very pointy, and he can sneak it in at the right distance against those roundhouses from Reptile and still not get hit by the force ball.
Sometimes I want to say that the whole thing about tiers is a myth, because it's really all about the player, isn't it?
Well,
to a point.
So the reason why tier lists exist is not to say which player is better. It is to say which character is better. So if you have two characters of even skill, chances are the matchup set is going to play out. So if you have a set that's 6-4 and you have two players who are average, they must still be competent in the game. They can't just be nobodies, because then it's not going to matter. They need to have a certain level of skill in order for the tier list to even matter. So in a way, it's subjective, but it doesn't dictate how good the players are. So in this situation, you have players who are comparable in skill. So really, Kung Lao should have no trouble in this matchup whatsoever. But Drew did very well in the match there because he knows what he's doing. So, but you may have very well 7 matches in that set that Kung Lao wins, no problem.
Absolutely. I hear them inserting coins left and right.
Yeah, I think they're they got to fix a button.
We're adjusting the button layout. Yep.
Somebody doesn't have a start button. Maybe that's what it is. Okay.
Situation's been rectified.
I love playing this match. I feel it is a challenge for Reptile, but Reptile can handle this match. I've beaten.
If you know how to control Reptile, he's a beast.
I've beaten some pretty beastly Cabals with Reptile. They don't like it. They do not like it. They think that Cabal should win this match handily. But
well, like you said before, Reptile's got quite a bit of moves in his arsenal.
Yeah.
If you know how to use them, if you know how to use Reptile, he can hold his own against Cabal.
Yes, right there. Right there was a prime opportunity for a roundhouse. He wants to go invisible though. He really it's a sort of a practice what you preach scenario. Is I don't use invisibility that often because it's really the characters that push him to use invisibility. I feel so it's really in tournament when it becomes a.
And you're very vulnerable for a moment. As soon as you do that invisibility,
you're exposed. You don't want to do it unless you're unless they're in the air.
They're recovering.
Yeah, some kind of recovery. Full screen against most players you can, but you don't want to do that on like a teleport button.
Here we go. This is one of the great things about this hack. Rain has been made into a playable character. Now, he may not have any special moves programmed into this particular build, but just the idea that you can use Rain in this, that's absolutely amazing.
Very nice, yes. And as you can see, the energy bar is in there. Or sorry, I should say the name for the energy bar is there.
Right, and that's different than how it first appeared in the attract mode.
So they didn't actually have the graphic in the game so far as I know, because the names aren't system letters.
Right.
They're actual graphics of a full name. So I think he just took existing letters and then put them together, made a new image, and put it in the game. So now Rain just has a name in the energy bar.
Now, if anybody is a fan out there of making fake pictures or has other reason to work so well with the sprites, they'll notice that the characters in the game, the letters that make up each life bar, are not consistent. They're not uniform. They are specially made for each character one at a time.
Oh, okay.
At least in Ultimate MK3 and regular regular MK3, that's the case.
Very interesting.
Yeah, if you look closely here, like at the letter I for Rain and the letter I in Katana, you might even notice some small differences yourself.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like the surrounding area of the text, like the highlight area of the text has like different pixelation to it.
Yep. I was listening for the audio cue of Rain wins, and I can see that is not in here. Looking for those details.
It'll be there.
I'm sure it will. So Rain doesn't actually have any special moves in this particular build. But again, that's the thing I'm told is coming.
He's working on it. Right now, I think...
Can I spill the beans a little bit on something he said earlier? I don't know if that's public or not.
I don't know if he's letting that out yet.
Well, in that case, I heard nothing.
Fair enough. Neither did I.
Mini Labs Forever asks, you still got me for the free, right?
Who's that? Oh, he might be talking to...
I think he's talking to Ed Fig.
Yeah, I don't know who Mini Labs is.
Ed Fig 81. I really need to get up my 360 again and play some Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Ed Fig 81 should be out here right now.
Yes.
But,
why are you not here?
I guess he probably didn't get the memo on this one because, like I said, this is not a very publicized event. It's sort of just like a bunch of buddies getting together, or like people who haven't met each other before getting together. But
it's kind of a last minute, very impromptu.
Yeah. Ed, did you know about this ahead of time, or did you just find out about it tonight?
Oh, he knows he should be here.
Yeah.
I see that sad face.
Oh, so he did know. He wanted to be here. Yeah. Ed's got a nasty Shang Tsung, and
well, he's happy to report that he's spending time with his family, and he's extremely excited that he can do that.
It's a sad day for him.
Yeah. Well, you know, the Drewsus, AC1984, they're neck and neck, right? One Sonya, one Katana, 1 round each.
1 round apiece. I like this match for Sonya, but it's probably a 5-5. Oh. That was a 43% punish right there. You could have gotten.
When you get a combo with 43% damage or higher, it's very difficult to recover from that.
Yes, especially when it's only 3 hits.
Right. I'm hoping someone will pick Noob Saibot.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Fans were lucky to see Rain. fans were lucky to see Rain tonight. That was not easy. There's a secret that you have to do in order to access him. But
yes.
Luke Saibot is right there on the select screen. He's right there. You can just go over there and pick him. Come on, guys. Let the fans see it.
Why is this not? It sounds like you're only coming in one ear.
Oh, yeah. Is one of my speakers out? Like, when I hear my voice, I hear it only on one side.
Yeah, I'm going to try to fix that.
Well, I hope for all you out there listening at home, I sound okay.
Yes.
When I started the stream, I didn't have that issue.
Really? Okay.
And the Drewsus with another victory as Smoke against Cabal. Difficult matchup, but he pulls it off. Nightwolf pulled off a win in round one, but now it looks like he's at a severe disadvantage. Combos getting blocked left and right. I'm going to call this round for Cabal. Might be a little early, but I'm calling it. There we go. AC1984 clearly playing Cabal very aggressively right now. I think AC1984 is going to make his comeback here.
Let's see.
Well, I shouldn't say his comeback. He's actually got more wins than Drew at this point.
Well, maybe in the match, but it looks like he's got it. Cabal's throw range is so nasty. I don't... I just don't know what else this character could have. I mean, he's got the best containment in the game. He's got a spammable instant air projectile. He's got big combos. He's very complete. Oh, that was not good.
And it's like I was saying to James earlier at the beginning of the stream, even though they've severely weakened Cabal from how he is in Mortal Kombat 3, he's still a force to be reckoned with here.
So yeah, they did reduce the damage on his combos, but the thing is, every time he gets you with the spin, it's a free jump punch. So he gets all that damage back.
Now a jump punch isn't just a jump punch, it's a
it
whole
leads
combo.
Into the combo. But he gets that every time he gets the spin. So he gets all that damage back.
Right, the only exception is if the person happens to be in the air when they're caught in the spin.
That was very impressive round there from Drew. Yeah, they're just going in, man. They just want to win tonight.
Oh, I love the throwing encouraged code.
Absolutely. It's funny when I first got into the scene and there was still like a little bit of tournaments going on. The Philadelphia players, they absolutely hated throws. I mean, and as far as I know, New York players hated them too. But
outstanding.
They would actually request to play with throws turned off. And
right, and that was easy to do in Mortal Kombat 2 and in Mortal Kombat 3.
Yes. But the thing is, it's like that's a gameplay mechanic that is core to the game. You have to do something to turn it off. So it's up to the other player really. But you don't want to do that in a tournament. You have to make a rule where you have to have throws on.
But you know what, Shock? I have always wanted to disable the throws in a one-player game, and of course that has never been possible, has it?
Yeah, no. What's up? Yeah, they'll come in. Drew continuing to pour it on. Simon looks like he's a little mixed up in this match.
Well, you know what? They're at 5 and 6 right now. I think this is going to be the match that makes them 6 and 6.
It could be.
This is where things are going to even out.
I don't see Simon doing too many instant airs. That's a nice chunk of damage, 42%. Free spin on the full ring. They're just playing casuals. I'm going to hop on next. I have not played yet, other than that little trilogy I played before. So anyway, Simon, AC1984, pretty much showing what Cabal can do in that round. He had a couple examples. Oh, he missed a 49% punish there. That would have totally changed the complexion of this match because Smoke just needs one combo, and here it is. Going to bring damage to his favor. Very nice. That is
49%, 10 hits. Outstanding.
And it's pretty good. Oh, no. Oh, all right. That was smart. That was smart. He kept them locked down, and he went for the run jab pressure, and because he was not very low on life, but Drew took a chance to try to counter him there, I believe. He was not holding back, and he took a throw. And that's it.
And like the game rewarded him, outstanding throw.
Absolutely, with a 19% damage throw. And here we go again.
You know, once
blue block
these guys,
on the sweep check there.
Yeah. You know, once these guys settle into a couple of characters in a match that they like, they kind of stick with it for a few rounds, don't they?
Yeah, well, but this is like, these are their favorite characters right here. You're seeing, like, this is Grand Finals position. He went for it again there. He wanted to lock him down with what would be this sort of the equivalent of the relaunch combos that you might see where they repeat the pop-up combo and it's unblockable. You can get a very deep jump kick that is unblockable, and it pops them up just a little bit so you can get a little bit of extra combo on it. But I would go for the sure damage. Sure it is, absolutely.
It's great for Cabal because he's got that air fireball. You know, that's just a great follow-up to a jump kick like that.
Oh, anti-air spin there, but he got the, he guessed kind of on that jump kick there.
He took a chance, and it paid off.
Oh, did not convert. He gave up about 45% right there. Well, we'll say 38%. Oh. So Simon is using the kick combo. Oh, he misses a punish on the spin there.
Yep.
He's using that kick combo as an alternate to finishing his other combo. Now, the thing is, against the male ninjas, depending on the range that you are when you start that combo, the last hit of the combo will whiff, and against Smoke, that's a 50+% damage counter every single time. He's doing the spear dance there. We saw it. He'll take this round.
That's it. The ball's done for the round.
Very nice.
So, Shock, let me ask you another question.
Sure.
In Mortal Kombat 3 and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, when you finish the match with a combo, it doesn't register the damage or the percent. Is that something Drew can fix, do you think?
Well, the reason why it does that, when you do a combo that knocks down, it waits for the game to realize whether or not the character is standing again and the combo is broken. So if he did that combo there, and say he did a 2-hit combo afterwards, it would give you the full damage of the game. It would give you the full damage of the combo because the character would be standing, so it knows that the combo is over.
Right.
Yes.
So once the character's been knocked down and they're out, it doesn't register.
It doesn't register.
Right.
You can do a sweep afterwards, it won't register it. You have to make them stand up so that it resets it before the round ends.
I just wonder if there's some sort of a line of code that he can interject somehow to rewrite the way it's looking to calculate the damage.
My guess is that it would have a negative effect on how the game determines whether or not a combo is finished. So it may end them too quickly, and if it ends them too quickly, then it'll reset the move properties, which means that in this situation, if it did what you wanted to say when they landed there, Cabal will be able to do another spin before he gets up. That is a guess.
You're right.
That's a guess on my part.
No, I think you're right, and you know, I've seen something similar in MK Trilogy when you're doing one combo, and yet it breaks it down as if you did 2 separate combos.
That's when you don't do the move, when you don't do the combo within the recovery time of the combo system. So if it breaks, like say with Human Smoke when he does his 3-hit pop-up, if you don't do it fast enough, the recovery frames. The duration of recovery is exceeded, so it's blockable and it'll split. But if they don't block, it'll break. Which the CPU doesn't block during combos. You can exploit it against them.
Absolutely. You know, throughout the excitement of all the matches and everything, I'm still trying to pay attention to background details and look for other changes that Drew's made.
I know. It's funny because I don't get to do this very often, so I want to commentate on what's happening as much as possible. However, there are tons of fixes in these games. See, now Simon there committed to the 4-hit kick combo, but I'm not exactly sure why he did that. He threw in the instant air fireball afterwards, but I feel like there's too much downtime between the last hit of the combo and the fireball for that to really be effective, especially against Human Smoke. And that should have been the round there, and it's going to cost him.
Could have been, yeah.
Oh, sweep check and an uppercut. He's just staying with that lockdown. I really think he needs to commit more to the damage on this. Especially when you have somebody in the corner like that, because the corner carry would lead to either Human Smoke feeling that he can't risk that teleport punch because Cabal stays at half screen with the jabs, free block.
Yeah.
And he might do it. Yes.
Oh yeah, he did it. As soon as that jump kick connected and you heard the danger sound, you knew that follow-up air throw was going to be the end of him.
Simon is throwing out way too many sweep checks here. This is not the kind of match where Cabal needs to be doing that.
There goes one of those deadly spins we were
again,
discussing
he locks
earlier.
him down, and see, there's really no reason for him to do that.
No, that combo could have been longer. He didn't have to settle
but
for
particularly because he's already against the wall. Oh, he was just a frame late on that.
Yeah.
But I think Drew thought that he was caught. Oh.
Right, and when that happens, you don't do the spear move quickly enough. You can't punish him for that.
And that should do it. That was definitely a mistake there.
What do you think, another Smoke versus Cabal match?
I'm thinking it's definitely going to be that, and it is. Like I said, they are playing as if this is a tournament right now.
So shocked. These guys love doing the throwing encouraged code. And you were mentioning that Philly players really didn't like throwing back in the day. Have we come around on that as a community? Have we decided we like throws now?
Okay, so it never really was a thing once the game hit the FGC. But I will say going back to the 90s, it was sort of like a leftover, just an unnecessary sort of sportsmanship. It's like, oh, throws are cheap, don't throw me, you know?
But we've really come around on that, haven't we?
Certainly.
Well, I'm just going to read a few of these chats, if that's okay with you.
Go for it.
Cooter Sneeze says, man, the Combat Pavilion was my life back in the day. Yeah, mine too, buddy.
Yeah.
Trust me, you don't know the half of it.
Oh, jeez.
Madman Gantz says, it was so cash. That's cool. I used to use the word money as an adjective to say, oh yeah, that site is fucking money, bro. We're saying it's cash.
So Smoke takes the advantage here. One hit. That's all he's looking for. Oh. Simon is not getting the full punish off that teleport punch. He needs to make sure that happens. And I believe it's tied up now, 8 apiece.
We'll look again in a second. We'll confirm. Yeah, 8-8. Look at that. Well, I would say these two are evenly matched.
It is looking like it, but Simon is playing a little bit unorthodox. He's throwing out a lot of damage, and he is using the spin in a guessing manner far more often than he usually does.
Cooter Sneeze says he still has some Sprite comics on there too.
What does that refer to?
Oh, on
from
the Combat
Combat
Pavilion. Yeah. Well, is it okay if I plug what I'm doing nowadays?
Go for it.
Yeah, okay. The Combat Pavilion is sure not the same site it used to be. We don't have the Sprite comics and the animations being added the way that used to be back in the day. But I do have a YouTube channel now, youtube.com/taplock99. So you can go there and see what I'm up to. I basically just make videos explaining the lore behind Mortal Kombat. I'll go really deep. I'll take like a ridiculous look into, for example, Shang Tsung's Island and what happened to that, you know, or maybe how many movies Johnny Cage has been in. Those are some of the topics of something I'll explore.
Okay, all right, that's interesting.
You know, the Mortal Kombat community is great for all the fan creations. I was a huge fan of the Sprite comics and animations and everything like that. That's why I did what I did with the Pavilion.
Sure.
But I also got to hand it to the tournament scene, the people who really get into the gameplay, people like you, Shock, who understand the mechanics on a level that I think even many of the developers themselves aren't aware of. When you start talking about counting frames and things like that.
You know what, and it's interesting because the whole idea of frame data, I mean, it started coming out about probably, I want to say I first really heard people starting referring to the exact number of frames that things were was around CVS 2 and Soul Calibur 2. Yeah. Those two games, frame data was like the thing to talk about. I mean, that was over 15 years ago. Before that, it was literally just like, this move beats that move, and that move beats that move. The rock, paper, scissors game was, you just explain it. Like, oh, no, don't do that move, it's not good. Now it's like, this move has got a, 12-frame startup. You never want to use it in X scenario, that scenario. It was just, that it wasn't spoken like that.
And this
but
counter
people
will
had the knowledge without reading the knowledge.
And you can counter that move starting on frame 6.
Exactly.
Yes, all that stuff.
So we got another tight matchup here.
Yeah, it's anyone's game, right? At
yes.
this point, still. Okay.
See, look at that.
It's AC1984's game.
Oh, nice cross under up.
And it's really a trip for me
and
to finally meet some of these names from the community who I've known for years.
When's my turn? When's my turn? When's my turn? All right. I'd like to get some games in. Okay. All
right. Shock is going to get some games
I haven't gotten to play against Drew yet, so. Very nice punish. 2-hit combo, another spear, gets it. It's about 48, I believe. So it's that plus the air throw. I thought he put it in so that air throws count as part of a combo. Didn't he fix that? Maybe I'm wrong. Excellent. Oh, raw spear. Oh no, he should have kept him in the corner. It's all right though. He's got a matchup, and now he's got a life lead. Good punish on the fireball there. That's one of those times where the recovery is so much that you can block the move and then, oh, looks like I'm going on. All right, let me switch the names.
Yeah, pop your name in there, Shock. I'm so impressed with how fast he does that. Oh, just gonna AAA out that other guy's initials, huh? Okay, I see how it is.
But still trying to win.
So Shock and Drew are now shaking hands at this very moment. Here they are. about to start the match. Oh, Shock is picking Sonya. Interesting choice for starting out. We'll see how that goes. Shock has a wicked Sonya. Look at this. Shock is one of those players that you do not want to go up against. I might have to go up against him later. Not looking forward to it. Well, now they're neck and neck. Let's see what happens here. I think Drew's gonna win. His human smoke is just ridiculous. I mean, if you get caught in that spear, that's a 43% damage combo right there. You're pretty much done. And that's what happened to Shock this time. They're gonna play a little bit more. So I just posted a picture of Shock and Drew playing the last round. Just shared that with the chat. And again, Shock has a wicked Sonya, but he's really going to have to be on point if he wants to overcome Drew's human smoke. Another 43%, 45% this time. Wow. Kind of rooting for Shock on this one. Yes, and he does it. He pulls it off. Made it to round 3. Well, I don't think he's going to survive round 3, folks. Looks like that's it for Shock. If he's going to pull off a win against Drew, looks like it's going to have to be the next match, or possibly the one after that. It looks like Fatal Kate from Mortal Kombat Online just popped into the chat. Switching controllers is what's happening right now, I'm being told. Now, usually when we're at a place like this and we're having some downtime, what'll happen is Shock will go on and switch the screen to something cool for you to watch. But since Shock is the one switching controllers, and this is for him, looks like no one's here to really man that part of the stream. So what you're seeing is the Windows 7 interface. I would switch it to something cool, but kind of afraid to mess with his system. This is not the setup I'm used to. The software is a little different than how I'm used to it, and I don't want to mess anything up, so I'm going to leave well enough alone. So the Combat Network bot just made a good point. If you're watching Combat Network via host mode through another channel, such as through TabMach99's channel or through Mortal Kombat Online's channel, you're really only considered a potential viewer. If you like what you see, then you're encouraged to go to the channel directly. Yeah, if you look at the top right of your page, there's a go-to channel link that Combat Network, well, you can better interact with the Combat Network staff. Okay, looks like they need to adjust the buttons a little bit. If you're used to playing with a stick, you need to set up the stick. If you're used to playing with the gamepad, you need to set up the gamepad. Looks like the tehdrewsus just pulled in a victory with human smoke. So right off the bat. Right off the bat, bringing his A game. I think Shock is just looking for different characters that he can use to beat the tehdrewsus. He tried it with Sonya, didn't have much luck. Now he's trying it with Ermac. This is all about experimentation. Drew is playing pretty aggressively with smoke. Always on offense. Shock managed to pull off one of those vicious combos that Ermac has. That made it very difficult for Drew. .49% damage from smoke this time. That's pretty much it for Shock. This could be a flawless victory, folks. I think I just called it. That was a flawless victory. You know, just when you start to think that Shock has a little bit of a chance of recovery, he goes and pulls something like that. And he's sticking with Ermac. Despite the flawless victory against him as Ermac, he's got a chance to make a comeback, he feels. But as long as Smoke is pulling 50% combos, I don't think Ermac has a chance of making a comeback. I really don't. Every time I see that combo perform, it seems to get stronger and stronger. We've seen it at 43, 45, 49, and just now we saw it at 50. And here we go. Shock just pulled off a 42% as Ermac. Not too shabby. When you're dealing with players who are capable of pulling off 40+% combos, it's on. Oh, that should have been a round finisher for Shock. He recovered. He made it to round 3, but can he defeat him in the final round? That's what we're all hoping to find out. Throwing is encouraged. Well, folks, it's anyone's game. There's absolutely a chance this could go in anyone's favor. Except for Shock's, apparently. Look at that. Well, since they did the last reset where they adjusted their controls, Drew has won twice, and Shock has not won at all just yet. aside from experimenting with Sonya for a little bit, it looks like he's sticking with Ermac for the duration of his victory. So we'll see how that goes. No, I was kind of afraid to go against Shock earlier. I did play Drew earlier today in Mortal Kombat 2, but he told me at the time that Mortal Kombat 2 is not his game. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 is his game. And I can see that unfolding right in front of me. These guys are both giants when it comes to Ultimate MK3. Looks like Drew's about to end the match right there. Shock is really bringing his A game here with a 38% combo. Is that enough to stop Smoke, though? Smoke always does a, well, 37% that time. Oh, it's very close. Yep, Shock pulls it off. Now, Shock has managed to win a round here and there, but he's never been able to win an entire match against Drew. So, what will happen now? 48% combo, that's what will happen now. Now I'm asking myself, not will he win, but will he win with a flawless victory? Well, looks like that's out. He can still pull off a victory, though, and that's what I'm really wanting to see here. Drew's been on fire all night. It'd be kind of fun to see the underdog get the match. Well, he made it to round 3. Let's see if this is it for him. Now I'm wondering if Drew is going to get a flawless victory as Smoke. And that's out. So we've got a question in the chat. The Drunk22 says, hey, how do you do a custom fatality in Mortal Kombat Armageddon? Yeah, Mortal Kombat Armageddon has that whole creative fatality mode. Every single time you press the right sequence of buttons, your fatality goes up a notch. Not looking at a moves list in front of me, but wow, time up. That is the first time all evening we've seen a time up. Pretty rare, actually, in the tournament scene. You don't see too many time ups. But what was I saying about doing a custom fatality in Mortal Kombat Armageddon? Basically, dude, just button mash it. You just keep pressing random buttons. You'll just do fatalities. That's how they work. If you're on a PS2, you can just press forward square or forward triangle. You'll pull one off, no problem. Such a close match, so close. And Drew pulls off a win. almost effortless the way he pulls off these 26% combos like that. It's like he's barely even trying. Yeah, Rock Howard, this is live. I don't know why it says rerun. In fact, I better tell somebody. Hey, Shock? Shock. Apparently it's saying that it's a rerun, but this is actually live. The guy's saying this is a rerun. Why would it say that? Or am I being trolled? Is he trolling me? Rock Howard, I think you got me, buddy. This actually is a live game, I can promise you that. And so far, since the reboot, the Drews won every match. It says rerun, but it's live. Oh, do you know how to change it? Okay, Shock pulls off a win as Ermac, which he's done several times, but it's always just for that one round. Every single match has gone to Drew. Yeah, the title says rerun. You know what? Maybe I will see if I can fix the title. I know a thing or two about computers. Don't I? No, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can fix the title right now. That will drive me nuts. Oh yeah, I've got it. Well, you know what? I really have to thank you for pointing that out. That has been fixed. And I wasn't paying attention to the match while I was getting that updated, so let me look and see who did that last match go to. It went to Shock. Shock won. Well, sorry I missed it, buddy. All right, let's see what's going on now. Shock is Cyrax. Oh, but he's not going to win this one. You can just tell. It would be a miracle for him to come back from this. Although, stranger things have happened. Okay, it looks like Drew's Human Smoke is just so aggressive. He's always on offense. When they traded hit, though, with that spear against the net, that's not a good trade-off for Smoke. That cost him a little bit, but not enough to cost him the whole match. Folks, I'm looking at the graveyard stage for things that Drew might have modified. In the background, you know, the graveyard is one of those stages that whenever they port Mortal Kombat 3 or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 or anything like that, that's one of the first things that the developers do is they make changes to the gravestones. Remember, the graveyard wasn't in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. They actually took that stage out, I believe. Please put on a camera so we can see the players and the arena there. Okay. Okay. That's what I want to do too. You know what? You're right. You're right. That's a good idea. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Firas Al-Jaf, 86. Let me bring that to everyone's attention. Let's see what we can do about that, huh? Whoa, he tried to do another net. Didn't work. He was vulnerable for no reason. Hey, nice job. Shock with another victory. Hey, Conquer. This guy's saying he wants us to put a camera on so we can see the players in the arena. You think that can be done? Is that your department, or is that only something Shock can do? Oh yeah, that one's on, but that one's on too, right? Okay, that's it. That's it. Well, oh, but he can't do them all at once. Oh man. All right, well, I'll just sit here then. Okay, well, you know, just take our word for it. It's awesome. It's awesome here. I posted a picture earlier. Posted a link to a picture on my Twitter where you can see Shock and Drew playing. It's a lot of fun. There's actually other players here too playing a game of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 right next to me. A lot of stuff going on. There's at least 3 different machines playing classic MK games. Oh, here we go. Here's some of the players right now. Okay, what is this? All right, and we're back to the game. Can you get everything on the screen at once? Can you have like the players in a window with the game in full screen? Wow, 49% combo. And again, when you get hit with the 49% combo, there's no coming back from that. Drew does it again, pulls off another huge combo. Didn't quite end the match, but that teleport punch he did right afterwards sure did. All right, looks like we're making some adjustments here. We may get the camera situation fixed. Oh, okay, good, we can see the players. Look at this, guys. Now we can see Shock and we can see Drew. That's what we're talking about. Firas Al-Jaf, there you go, buddy. Ask and you shall receive. That's the way it works here at the Kombat Network during Summer Jam 12. Oh man, Drew is such a good Hue and Smoke player. He really is. Yeah, that smoke of his. Woo! That was a great match. I love it. I love it when there's an underdog who can come back from something like that. And if anyone can pull something like that off, it's going to be Shock. He's had a difficult time tonight. If you look at the counter, you can see that it's been 9-2. But man, oh man, when he gets those rounds in, whoo! Nothing quite like it. Yeah, I don't think he's going to have this round, though. Oh, I stand corrected. I was looking at the wrong thing. He absolutely had that round. He absolutely had that round in the bag. So he's switching it up now, and he's giving Reptile a shot. You know, I just think I'd like to see him stick with Jax for a little bit. He had a great round as Jax. He's already switched it up to being Reptile, but he pulled it off as Jax. I really would like to see Shock stick with Jax and see what else he can do. Also, it'd be interesting to see if Drew can manage to learn his patterns as Jax and overcome those. Wow, great combo as Reptile. I think Shock wants to try a variety. He wants to try mixing it up. You know, variety is the spice of life, and the more characters you can be, the better it is. I think that's his philosophy here. Pulling off a victory as Reptile. First pulling off a victory as Jax, and then as Reptile. I think he wants to even the odds here. Going invisible. That's something you don't see very often. God, the insane combo with the punch here and the punch there. Here a punch, there a punch, everywhere a punch.
Well done. Finish him.
Oh, and he bought the farm.
Wins.
And another background exclusive here to Drew's hack, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Plus, which you've been watching all night. All stream, at least. So cool to see them fighting here in this arena. It's not going to take much for Reptile to win that round. But can he win the whole match? That's what we're going to see in just a moment. Now usually that's a pretty good trap when you've got Reptile and you do a fast and a slow force ball to somebody in the corner. But Smoke can get out of that with his teleport punch. I see what Shock was going for with that Reptile combo. Didn't quite work out the way he was planning. And then of course, as you saw, Drew retaliated with a combo of his own. Much more devastating one, in fact. Okay, now we've got Invisible Reptile doing combos. Very close match. It could really go either way at this point. Both playing chicken. It's just a matter of time before one of them breaks the pattern and hits the other one with a combo. A little bit of chip damage going on both sides. Oh, that could have been the end of the match right there. But if Reptile gets hit by the wrong move, he's done. Nope. This is the part that's going to be fun to see. Can Shock even things out? We're at Battle 15. It's been 14 matches so far, 10-4. Can he even things out? Can he keep going? Can he earn enough victories to make it 10-10? You look at both of the players, you can see Shock has got his very calm as a cucumber face. Drew's got a very serious look on his face. They're both intense in their own right. Oh, but those Ermac combos, man, they're devastating. So that's what's cool. I mean, when you see that Drew's mixed it up now, and he's picking somebody else instead of Smoke, he's changed it up to Ermac. Now Shock has to change his approach too, because the things that he was doing as Reptile, they were fine against Drew as Smoke, not so good against him when he's when he's Ermac. Different strategies involved here. In fact, Ermac may get a flawless victory now. Nope, never mind. I take it back. It's not happening. So close, so close. It could go either way. And the victory goes to Reptile. They're at 1 round each. Man, 51% damage combo is Reptile. Some of the combos are insane, and of course now it's 10-5. He is making a comeback of sorts. Let's see if he can keep that up. Hey, saying that the broadcast ended. What happened? It's saying we're hosting Baifuteki now? Yeah. What do we do? Broadcast. What?
It's going to be